spy cases in Philippine politics. This intelligence rivalry doesn't stop at collecting information. It's actively reshaping Philippine democracy from within. Behind closed doors in Manila's corridors of power, a different kind of espionage battle is unfolding as foreign intelligence services watch and create politicians to serve their interests. The story of Alice Guo sends chills through anyone concerned about Philippine sovereignty. A trusted community leader whose smiling face adorned campaign posters throughout Bamban in Tarlac province harbored a shocking secret. In early 2025, investigators discovered this rising political star was allegedly working directly for Chinese intelligence while serving as mayor. Her case revealed how deeply foreign operatives could embed themselves in local governance while maintaining foreign allegiances. When National Bureau of Investigation Director Manuel Santos addressed the media, his words carried the weight of a security apparatus confronting an unprecedented threat. We never expected to find a Chinese national who had obtained Filipino citizenship through fraudulent means sitting in the mayor's office. This represents a completely new level of political penetration. The investigation into Guo uncovered layers of deception, extending beyond traditional espionage. She allegedly used her political position to cover a network of illegal operations, including online gambling hubs and international scam centers. These operations generated millions in untraceable funds while creating leverage over vulnerable Filipinos through financial entanglement and direct blackmail. Security officials were particularly alarmed by testimony from Wang Fugui, a former associate turned whistleblower. Wang claimed Chinese state security operatives meticulously orchestrated Guo's political career after identifying her as an ideal candidate for political infiltration. Her campaign reportedly received substantial funding through shell companies, with foreign intelligence officers directly consulting on strategy and messaging. Colonel Maria Reyes of the Counterintelligence Division explained the strategic implications. The operation was designed to place an asset in a position where she could influence land use decisions, infrastructure projects, and security matters in a region of strategic importance. This was a carefully executed plan years in the making. This case represents an evolution in foreign intelligence tactics. Rather than simply recruiting existing politicians, foreign agencies are allegedly selecting, grooming, and installing their own operatives in elected positions. These political sleeper agents maintain perfect cover while advancing foreign interests from positions of legitimate authority. Security agencies have identified concerning patterns among some Filipino politicians who have taken surprisingly strong pro-China positions on disputed territories. A senior intelligence officer revealed, "We've identified at least 7 local government officials whose rapid rise in politics coincided with significant unexplained wealth and consistent advocacy for policies that align perfectly with Beijing's interests." These embedded political assets provide legitimate authority to influence policy decisions, direct access to classified information, and the ability to steer government contracts toward companies of interest to foreign intelligence. Local officials can approve construction projects with surveillance capabilities, access security plans for infrastructure, or influence policy on territorial disputes. These operations exploit the Philippines' democratic system by targeting campaign finance loopholes that allow foreign money to flow undetected into local races. Many local elections are decided by small margins where targeted investment can swing results. Political science professor Elena Rodriguez from the University of the Philippines explained, "Democracy itself has become a vector for foreign intelligence operations. They're exploiting our open system to install assets in positions where they can undermine our sovereignty from within." By early 2025, the government launched a comprehensive review of politicians with suspicious foreign ties, focusing on officials in regions with military bases, critical infrastructure, or disputed territories. The challenge lies in distinguishing between legitimate political differences and actual foreign influence, as many politicians maintain legitimate business relationships with Chinese companies. Attorney Rafael Mendoza, who heads the special task force examining potential foreign infiltration, described their approach. We're looking for patterns that can't be explained by normal political or business relationships. Unexplained financial flows, communication with known intelligence fronts, and policy positions that consistently prioritize foreign interests over national interests. Counterintelligence officials believe the discovered cases represent only a small fraction of foreign intelligence assets operating within Philippine politics. Their assessment suggests at least 24 current elected officials may be compromised to varying degrees. The government has responded with enhanced vetting procedures for candidates, including more thorough background checks and financial disclosures. However, these measures face significant challenges, including privacy concerns and the practical difficulties of investigating hundreds of candidates in each election cycle. Future battlefield espionage in the As counterintelligence officials race to close these political vulnerabilities, foreign intelligence services have already opened a new front. The 2025 midterm elections have become the primary target in an invisible war, where the prize is the future of the Philippines itself. With mere months before Filipinos head to the polls, intelligence officials are sounding urgent alarm bells. We've detected a 500% increase in cyber probing operations targeting our election systems since January, warns Maria Santos, director of the Electoral Cybersecurity Task Force. These are sophisticated state-backed operators with virtually unlimited resources. The Commission on Elections has become ground zero for this new battlefront. Their internal network has weathered over 2,000 attempted breaches in just 3 months. These attacks are precision strikes targeting specific vulnerabilities in voter databases, voting machines, and transmission systems, like digital assassins targeting vital organs of democracy. Security experts have tracked several operations to specialized units within China's Ministry of State Security. Their code establishes permanent backdoors that could activate during vote counting, explains cybersecurity analyst Roberto Tan. The implications are chilling. Foreign powers potentially altering election results without leaving a trace, like invisible hands manipulating the ballot box. The digital attacks represent just one dimension of a broader campaign. Intelligence officers have uncovered narrative seeding operations across social media platforms. Consider the case of Filipino Pride 2025, a Facebook group that began sharing traditional recipes and cultural celebrations before subtly introducing content questioning Philippine-US relations, while praising Chinese development projects. We're seeing hundreds of new social media channels following this pattern, notes Lieutenant Colonel Maria Reyes from the Armed Forces Cyberspace Command. The shift is so gradual many users don't notice the manipulation. The impact is measurable. A March 2025 intelligence assessment showed anti-American sentiment among Filipinos aged 18-25 increased by 22% over 6 months, with corresponding rises in pro-China views. This demographic represents a crucial swing vote. These operations succeed through cultural precision. They employ local dialects, humor, and regional references, explains Dr. Antonio Villanueva, a disinformation researcher. When a viral meme uses Bisaya slang to mock American military presence while seeming homegrown, it spreads organically through Filipino communities. The stakes are enormous. The 2025 midterms will determine Senate control, local government leadership, and policies on critical issues like the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement with the United States and South China Sea disputes. The Filipino political landscape offers fertile ground for exploitation. The ongoing Marcos Duterte dynasty power struggle creates divisions that foreign services are actively exploiting. Chinese intelligence has attempted to exacerbate tensions between these camps, confirms a senior intelligence official. In February 2025, authorities uncovered 15 fake news sites posing as local Philippine media. Technical analysis traced their hosting to Hong Kong servers, though content was created by native Filipino speakers. During a provincial election in Mindanao, these sites flooded local Facebook feeds with manipulated content, showing a front-runner candidate allegedly accepting Chinese bribes, a sophisticated fabrication that swung the election. The government has launched unprecedented countermeasures. The Joint Election Security Operations Center unites military, law enforcement, intelligence, and civilian experts under one roof. We're implementing a multi-layered defense strategy, explains Senator Manuel Reyes, hardening digital infrastructure and deploying monitoring systems to detect influence operations. International partners provide crucial support. The United States has deployed a cyber advisory team, while Australia and Japan contributed advanced threat detection systems. Despite these efforts, security officials acknowledge the challenge. For every operation we disrupt, 3 more appear, admits Colonel Roberto Santos. We're facing adversaries investing billions because they understand the Philippines' strategic value. For ordinary Filipino voters, the 2025 elections represent more than a democratic exercise. They're a battlefield where foreign powers fight for control of the Philippines' future. As Election Day approaches, the question remains, will Filipinos choose their own destiny, or will hidden foreign hands reshape the nation's course for decades to come?